Listen, man, if anybody could have just give me a little bit of tubes of the elixir that could turn me back into 2021, whoa. Whoa! With this knowledge, then we're not talking about letting real estate become your slave. Sometimes our dreams are too small. Is your mama beating you? Daddy aggressive? But God knows why I'm not make we can reverse time, you know? Because me, I tell you.
What do you mean I can tell real estate what to do? How do I make real estate my slave?
You want to play with the big boys? Are you ready to play with the big boys? Because if you're not ready to play with the big boys, it doesn't make no sense we have this conversation.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the C21 Jamaica podcast. Today we're, should I say blessed? Blessed to have Nadeen Neal here with us. Now, Nadeen Neal, you know, is known in the real estate sphere. Some people know her as, you know, your Jamaican realtor.
Yes.
To Central, we know her as top producer, top agent for a little while. I've been top producer for a minute.
For a while, yes. God has blessed me.
God has blessed you?
God has blessed me. Can't take any credit for it.
That is good. Since God has blessed you, that means you being here today.
It's a blessing to you.
To us.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. So Nadeen, I am glad that you're here today, right? And in fact, guys, I need to share a little backstory. So Nadeen is actually, she's a travel realtor. She's one of those that is all over the place. She doesn't just do business in Jamaica, she does business internationally as well. I hope you guys like my international voice. So to have Nadeen here is really something that she had to pencil in her schedule for about, what, 6 months? 6 months in advance? All right, let's get to it. So Nadeen, I have an issue. I want a property. And I'm thinking, should I buy or should I rent? I've been mulling over this idea, mulling over this for a while. And I'm thinking, why mull over it if Nadeen is actually in the island right now and I can talk to her? So Nadeen, the conundrum that I face, buying or renting, pros and cons.
Right.
I want to talk to you. First of all, just give me an overview of the whole buying versus renting thing. Is that a common thing that people face?
It's a common thing, and it's such an easy situation to work out that sometimes when I hear persons talk about it, I'm kind of like, calm down. You're already where you need to be, and all you need to tell me is where you want to be, so I'm able to kind of help you to navigate there. Because I've had persons who are officially renting, but they own several properties. But it works for them, because guess what? If I decide I want an investment portfolio, I don't just want to buy a home. I literally want to be able to create an investment portfolio, a long-term plan, a real estate portfolio. If your goals are aligned with that, then it makes sense for you to rent, stay in your rental, and be able to kind of navigate for the rest of your future.
Okay. So you said a person, they own several property.
Yes.
But they are still renting.
Yes.
What could be a reason behind that?
It's strategic. It's wise. It's filled with wisdom.
I don't understand why you own a bunch of houses. Why you don't just go live in one?
Oh, please. Listen, if the rent is cheaper than the house that I am going to buy and at the mortgage, because let's say I'm going to compare the mortgage versus the rental that I'm paying. I have a 1-bedroom, 90,000. And buy a house, the mortgage is 200,000, 280,000. Because you know the mortgage these days ain't no joke. So what do you do in a situation like that? You make the wisest call. The big thing is that you already qualified for the mortgage. You already closed on the house.
Right.
We're not going to necessarily mention it to the mortgage houses. We are going to definitely let them know it's our primary residence.
You have something in your eyes?
Oh, just a tad bit of mascara.
Okay.
So it's your primary residence. But if you're able to rent it out and you're able to even say rent it for 200,000, depending on the property where it is, we're just using random figures. Say we're able to rent it out for 200,000, your mortgage is 250.
I see where you're going.
You see where I'm going with that? And where you're renting, the roof not leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're comfortable.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. You're secured. You're comfortable. And that's only 90,000. I suck at maths, but that's 140,000 versus the 250.
No, that's actually 160,000 versus the 250.
You sure? It's 250. What are you using now?
250? No, sorry, 140. I suck at math. Sorry.
Thank God.
There you go.
Better you than me. So So for me, that's an easy no-brainer. Let me give you an example. I had a client and I rented him a property of I'm gonna use the name of the road because I can't use the name of the client.
Okay.
I rented him a property of Dunbarton. He was paying like 80,000 at the time. That young man, and I talk about him so much that anywhere that he is right now, him ears just a ring light bell. Ting, ting, ting. Because the truth is that he stayed in that 80,000 rental and he was able to secure 3 properties.
3 properties?
3 properties.
Nadine, hold on. You know, sometimes persons will like talk some things. They will just like talk up the thing, right? So, for example, when you eat some food for your virgin cook and it never tastes good, and you say, "Yeah, man, it tastes really good."
That's right, I know that.
I feel like you're talking up right now. You're telling me that he stayed in an 80,000
Yup.
rental and was able to purchase 3 properties?
Yup.
Continue the story. Sorry to interrupt.
Listen, because in his mind, he knew the plan that he has for himself. A lot of time we want to live for other people. We want our brethren to see us balling. You know, you see, we rolling. No, they don't need to see nothing. Some of your moves need to be real quiet.
Little in silence. Real G's move in silence.
Real G move in silence. I'm gonna borrow that one. Yeah. So he was able to stay in that property. His salary increased. He bought a unit, rented it out, built up some equity in there, went back, refinanced that unit, went out again. Bear in mind, this is attached to your salary. So while you're growing your real estate portfolio, you need to make sure that you're increasing your qualifications to keep that salary increase coming in. So he was able to refinance and he went and bought a pre-construction, the next one. So therefore, he was able to put down the deposit and wait maybe like it was 2 years before the property was finished. So in that time, he had enough time to build up his qualification, increase the pay. Booyah! Booyah! He was able to qualify for a mortgage on that property. But he was able to make a bigger deposit than they did the first time. It's a little maths, you know, but it's not a big maths.
I am, what's the term? God smart? Because what you're saying to me right now, I have never thought of real estate like that. You understand what I'm saying? I've never thought of. So you were the one that was there throughout this process for him?
I was there for part of the process, but not for the entire thing.
Okay.
But he opened my mind as well.
Yeah.
Because at the time I was like, hold on, what? Sir, talk again, let me just make notes. Because I was just impressed by the way he went about it.
Yeah, that's something.
It's different. It's different. Because some people say real estate as somewhere I want to live in. I want to say I own my own home. You don't have to live in there.
Yeah.
You literally don't have to live in there. When the persons then move out, I don't like how they take care of my house. Repaint, change out the furnishing, and guess what? Even if it's throw 2 bidets, of course. But no, absolutely not. Real estate is a business, and it's how you approach it that makes a difference. I look at 18 years old. And they're like, oh, I can't wait to move out of my mama's house. For what?
No, what do you mean?
For what?
I have a 19-year-old. What you saying? Why shouldn't she move out of her mother's house?
Why should she move out of her mother's house?
And when I say mother's house, I want to know that I'm also on the mortgage. By the way. So I'm not. But why shouldn't she move out?
No, but why should she? You see, we put our kids at a disadvantage, you know. You see, what you should have been doing once she starts working, because, of course, you know, once you start bringing in some income, I would say to my children, and I have said to my children, even though I'm sure they want to move out, but no. So, what I said to my children is that the what you would plan to pay for rent, put it in a bank account. Set out a plan. Give me a timeline. Mommy, I want to move out in 2 years. Okay. Start training yourself. Because let me tell you, the reality of wanting to spend a certain amount of your salary versus living without that amount in the salary is 2 different realities. Honey, you're earning 200,000 per month. Not everybody does. Some people do. And you've been living off the 200,000. It's a nice lifestyle. You're not stressing. Boom, you're gonna pay rent. That's 80,000 minimum for somewhere decent. Right? So now you have 120. Train yourself to live without that money. You take that money from your kids. You put that in a bank account for them. I suck at maths again. But 10 times 80 is 800,000 or so. And then you add the other 2 months. So the other 2 months would be 160. So we're looking at 960,000 for the year. 2 years that. So we're looking at what 1.8, 1.9 million thereabout. So what are we saying here? We're at the verge of having a deposit for a house. You help that child go through, push, and when them young, and they get the mortgage. Oh Jesus! If me didn't know them, so me I better own so many houses. Because the truth of the matter is that when you go in at a certain age group and you go to NHT, you go to JN, your mortgage payments is easy.
But they say life, they're like, oh my God, he's
You're
still
gonna live
young.
forever.
They're not going to die. Let's give them 100 years if we can. And they're like, no, the maximum is 40. Well, give them the 40.
Give them the 40
Yeah. Well, imagine me walking and looking like this now.
300,000 a month. When you going at 19 years old, you're gonna end up. You know what I meant. It's just a tad bit of gray hair. It's wisdom here.
Proceed.
But so if they're going at that age now, in the 300,000 that we would pay, I'm not leaving you alone.
Okay.
The 300,000 that we would pay, they would end up paying something like maybe 120 a month.
Yeah, not even so much.
Not even so much.
Not even so much. Say they pay 100,000. Within 5 years, that won't feel like 40,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you said to them, stay in the house and rent that out. Use the money that you're making off that property and pay your mortgage. Boom, you grow a little bit of equity. And you know at that young age, I'm always aiming for higher. And I'm saying that with all of my heart, not out of envy. God, I wish I used my use wisely.
You know-
My use, man. I want it back. I want it back. Right, so if I could get back my youth and get it with a kind of wisdom, but God know why I'm not make we can reverse time, you know? Because me, I tell you.
Growing up, this is what they say to you, right? You want to, one of the dreams that you should have is owning your own home, right? I've never heard somebody say to me, as you grow, one of the dreams you should have is renting your own home. So now you're opening up my eyes to these possibilities, because now I even feel foolish. So the question then is, I know you mentioned about the moving out and whatever, but what kind of what are some of the things that you need to consider in terms of your lifestyle to facilitate renting and using the renting as leverage to other things? What are some things that we need to do to put ourselves in that position, like your brethren who could have owned a 3 property from renting?
Let me tell you, the first thing that I always tell persons, if you want good, your nose have to run. And that's so... I know it sounds so old. It sounds old.
Why I say that it is true, and it also bring back to the point that you mentioned earlier. I don't know if you remember the point that you mentioned earlier about your friend. You say it's not about flossing, because sometimes we want to put on a show.
It's not about flossing.
And if you're putting on a show, you can't make the big moves, you know, because you're too busy putting
you got
on
so
a show.
consumed and you're constantly on stage. Your life is not a stage for anybody else's entertainment.
Fat up the bank account.
Fat up the bank account.
Continue. I know that's your specialty.
No, man, let me tell you, I cannot begin to tell you. When I hear young people call me and they're so fired up, and I'm like, is your mama beating you? Daddy aggressive? Your siblings, you and them get along? You have your own key? You can go in at certain hours? Help out your parents. Pay 2 bills in the house. But what you do is use your parents as the leverage that they did not have. Because I mean, when we were younger, persons talked about just going ahead and buying your house. They were thinking of just buying a house to have a home. They were not talking about letting real estate become your slave. Real estate can become your slave. You can tell real estate what to do. When you have money, you're able to change the conversation.
What do you mean I can tell real estate what to do? How do I make real estate my slave?
You want to play with the big boys? Are you ready to play with the big boys? Because if you're not ready to play with the big boys, it doesn't make no sense we have this conversation.
I want to play with the big boys.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. You sure? All right.
Should I be ready?
You should be ready.
I am ready then. I am ready to play with the big boys.
Yeah, you have to say that.
No, I am ready to play with the big boys.
Yeah, man, you have to say it to that look a bit more gusto.
I'm ready to play with the big boys.
There you go. There you go. Because so many persons, all right, like for example, I had another client that used some wisdom as well. The parents left them a house. I never said them want a house already. Them don't need nothing. Them good. Listen, that man was in a position to be able to go to the bank and say to the bank, I own this property outright. I now want to put apartments on it because of the strategic location of this property. The bank went, they did their examination, vet him, make sure, etc., is done. And he was able to turn that one home that his mother and his father worked their entire life into a multi-family unit.
Wow.
Sometimes our dreams are too small. Owning one home is great. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's not enough, but everybody have a different story.
That is true.
Everybody have a different story and everybody have a different destiny.
That is true. I didn't think of these things before. I'm just going to be honest, right? I don't want to think of myself as being like, I've never thought of myself as being like sharp-minded or what's that word that I used to use a lot back in there? Myopic.
Yes.
Remember that term?
Yes. Oh God, they work that word.
Jesus, like everything was like myopic. Yeah, don't be myopic.
Yeah, that word, yeah, man, that word went through its season.
I never thought of myself as being myopic in my thinking. However, talking to you, I realized that I don't know much when it comes to the real estate thing, and I thought that no, it's not. What?
It's not my aim to make anybody feel bad, because I learned this on the go. This was not something I knew just coming up. Listen, man, if anybody could have just give me a little bit of tubes of the elixir that could turn me back into 2021, whoa, with this knowledge.
But anyway, again, as I say, I'm sorry to interject.
Interject.
Go ahead. So let me ask you though. So let's say a person is in my situation, right? Already mortgage a house. About 10 years in.
Right.
Is there any hope for me?
Have you ever done a valuation in the last 10 years?
No, I've not.
Have you seen what happened in real estate in the last 5 years?
I have.
Do a valuation on your house. You'll be surprised at the amount of equity that you already have in that property. Remember, if you're going to refinance, you're going to refinance at the terms that are the current interest rate, etc. So there are some side effects. Again, it comes back down to the personal goals and the mission of where you want to go. Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? What are you using real estate for? Because real estate can use you to maintain it. Every year you get up a paint at Christmas. Every year you get up a power wash. It can make you the slave, or you can make it the slave. What do you want to use your real estate to do? What do you want to tell your real estate to do for you?
See, I've never thought of those things, because right now my real estate is making me the slave, because I power wash and do all of these things that you just talk about. No, because I am, and let me just say, right? Let me just pause this to just say to the viewers. This is a classic reason why you should speak with the experts, right? Speak with the Nadeen Neils of the world, because this knowledge that she's dropping on me now, and the funny thing, I knew Nadeen back then when I bought the property, I
was so excited for you.
Right? I didn't maybe ask enough questions, right? So right now we're basically giving you the game, so to speak, free.
But technically, the Nadeen that you knew then didn't know either. She was relatively new to the industry. I learned on the go.
So what are some of the things then that you look at in terms of determining whether you should rent a home?
All right. So if I'm going to say to somebody, yes, move out and rent somewhere, I'm going to examine their circumstances. I tend to ask some questions that persons kind of go, wow, is this relevant? Not necessarily relevant. It just, how I work, I try to make sure that I cater the advice, I structure the advice rather to the person that I'm with, that I'm speaking to.
So what are some of the...
If you're not comfortable at home for different reasons, move out. If you're living in Clarendon and your job is in Kingston, I think that's a no-brainer that you need to be close to the job. Is it a situation where you're planning to live with your spouse but your mother don't like them? Move out.
Oh my.
Move out. He goes without saying. What are the factors that are going to influence you to move out? It varies. Because everybody have their own story. And there's no shame in renting. Renting is mortgage training. That's one of my favorite things. I love to talk about
Elaborate
mortgage
on that.
training.
What do you mean by renting is mortgage training? Elaborate
All
on
right. For me, again, earlier I said to you that if you're going to do something in life, you want to present yourself you want to prepare yourself. You want to do it and kind of catch a practice, get how it feels. You earn a 200,000 salary, but you know your mortgage going to come to 80. So you start putting down your 80,000 from now. Those things make a difference.
that. Okay.
Those things make a difference because it don't make no sense. Let me tell you, the other day I sold a property in Duane Park. And it didn't even finish closing properly. That's another story for a whole different day. And the first mortgage payment came out of his bank account. Oh my God. He almost had a car.
Oh, Jesus. Is he,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to stop. Oh, he was like, Nadeen, I went into my bank account.
is he,
I went to see the pier.
is he alive? He's doing well mentally and physically?
Hey, let me tell you, that was shock treatment because he wasn't ready for the mortgage to come out of his salary. So the first time he saw it, he was kind of like, hyperventilating a little bit,
But if he had
done the mortgage training, he wouldn't be here in this position now.
We're
He would
sensitized to
already
it.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. And plus he would have some money put on.
And he might have some money
To
put
start
on.
that for at least the first couple of payments.
There you go.
Okay.
So those are the things that I talk about. Like renting, there's no shame in renting. None. And I advocate for renting. I'm a big advocate. If you can rent and still buy properties, do it.
I don't want to call names, but when I was much younger, I'm still young, but when I was much younger, I was listening to this. He was a very prominent radio personality in Jamaica at the time, right? I said he and prominent, so you guys can maybe guess who it is. And he often discuss. He always said, "Why buy a house? Renting is better." Oh, that's crazy. And one of the points that he made is that the reason why he prefers to rent is because if it is that tomorrow he wants to live somewhere else, renting allows him to live in multiple locations. While even though it is good to own your home, you can only experience maybe that one neighborhood for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
So what do you say about that?
I agree from that perspective. But again, it comes back down to your individual goals. Like for me, I don't mind the idea of rentals while owning stuff. Let other people pay for it. Let other people figure it out. It's their responsibility up to a certain stage to pay for certain repairs.
Right.
So therefore, I'm able to be out here living my best life. Oh my God, I feel like I want to move down to Ochi. I like being near the beach. Here I go. I'm sick of Ochi. Portland has such great rivers. Let me go down there. It gives you that flexibility and freedom. You're not tied into anything. It does, but it comes back down to your personal goals and vision. I know several persons who have bought house, bought apartments, never lived in one.
Oh. And they just rent.
They just rent.
They just rent and
They just rent.
own these properties and rent them out to persons. So we kind of shift a little, right?
Right.
And it's not because I am stressed out about me missing the possibilities.
You haven't missed it.
Yeah, but you don't need to rub it in, right? I think it is established by now that I missed the possibility. But I want to get onto the buyer side of things, right? I'm sure there are advantages of actually buying a home. The first thing that I wanted to touch on though is, if it is that I'm looking to buy a home, what are some factors I should consider whether or not to buy?
Oh, always buy. Always buy.
Okay.
Always buy. If you're in a position to buy, always buy. What I find with a lot of persons, because I hear a lot of people say, boy, I don't know if I'll ever own a home. I am so discouraged and I am mortified, and a whole lot of emotions. Real estate is not an emotional thing. I'm going to say this again. Real estate does not require emotions. You have to be practical. You have to be cold. You have to be determined, analytical. Because when you use a whole heap of emotions in anything at all, it tends to spoil the batch.
First of all, I want to just say that was like Meryl Streep-esque. You had me fully engaged just now. That was.
You're so extra.
I know you were being serious, but I felt like that was very good.
No, it's important. It's important because some persons will want to buy their dream house the first time they buy a house. Sorry, I rolled my eyes a while ago.
I don't think that's politically correct.
I'm not supposed to have. Let me hold it back. But the truth of the matter is that I have seen persons work their way up from a quad to a 6-bedroom mansion.
I've been saying this to people.
Okay.
Right?
The way I beat the table, hush table.
Yeah. I've been saying this to people because most people, in fact, nobody gets their dream home from the first home. Their first home is never the dream home.
Let me tell you, man. I wish I could. I'm going to buy some t-shirt that says your first home is not your dream home. It goes without saying. Like,
Guys got that?
Your first home is not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like I'm saying to myself, oh, and I don't want that because I don't like the tiles. Jesus. I'm suppressing the urge to roll my eyes again. Right? See? It's not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Woo, let me work on that. So, no. You don't ever make a decision not to buy a house based on the not liking the tiles. I don't like the color of the paint was one of the ones I heard.
Really?
Paint.
So they don't know the family?
Paint. Paint, for the love of God. Paint. So again, when you go here and you shop with your emotions and you don't shop with the vision, having a plan for what you're planning to use real estate for, you will miss good opportunities.
Miss the opportunity.
You will miss good opportunities. If I hear stuff like I don't want to buy it because I don't like the location, you know, I can live with that because not everywhere is for everybody. But when you're telling me some stuff, and I mean, the paint one was a classic, though.
No, that is
that
is crazy because
that was a classic. That was a classic. That was a classic. Like,
all right, so if it's not the paint color, then what would you base your buying decision on?
For me, location.
Location, okay.
Location. Because I don't buy real estate with the expectations that this is going to be my permanent stop. Because real estate can be liquid. It's a solid investment, but it's something that is fluid.
Yeah,
technically, yeah. But if it doesn't work for me, somebody moved next door and I realized that they bought it. Because this is renters, you have a little leverage there. But my neighbors have turned out to be questionable personalities. And I no longer want to live there, sell it.
Okay.
Buy somewhere else. It's not, you're not a tree, you're not planted, you can move.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to say to somebody, buy a house, I'm going to say to them, get the pre-qualification process done first.
Right. So I could get into that. That's what I wanted to ask you next. What are some of the financial steps that you need to take towards that? For that process. I know this particular one is very dear to your heart.
Yes.
And I know you need a moment to just catch your breath. Right?
Stop making me laugh.
Please do
You're
not.
making me cry.
Please do not come to Nadeen without a.
No. I welcome you guys coming without it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not
go
going to
ahead.
show you
Go ahead.
anything physically right away. But I will take my clients from dreaming to execution. So if you have the dream, the desire, you wake up one day and say, I'm tired of living like this. I want to own my own home. Call me. That's fine. I have no problem. What we're not going to do is put the cart ahead of the horse. Or donkey, any animal, one of the longer than they pull weight.
But the cart can't pull the horse.
Exactly.
I just get it.
Oh my God. I'm done.
I just get it. Well, go ahead. So
I like when my clients come to me as a blank slate. I don't mind it because it gives me an opportunity to structure them. Because most persons that I work with from day one, they will get their house. Guaranteed. I don't care if I have to knock on somebody's door, knock on their gate, send letters, and basically encourage them to sell. Not harass them. Encourage. Encourage.
Not harass.
Yeah.
The camera pick up that?
Make them an offer they can't refuse.
Godfather.
Godfather. You get the reference.
But I don't think I can say that though.
Okay, my bad. All right, so moving right along. So for me, when you come, I will put you onto mortgage officers. I'll work personally with the mortgage officers. I'll help you to kind of go through and to get yourself ready. So by the time we make an offer on a property, your offer comes with your chest. Yeah. This is a solid offer.
You have that big boy offer.
Yeah. You walk in there with the homeowner's aura. I'm here to own this bad boy.
Your voice changing.
Yeah, man, the baritone. So,
I'm here to buy this home. Nadine is my realtor.
so, but people take you seriously when you're ready. So
But-
I get my people ready. When we go and look at a house, you literally can feel the keys in your hand. So I don't have a problem persons coming to me not ready. I will walk you through the pre-qualification process.
Okay.
I will walk you through the sales process and some of the costs that you will meet up during the mortgage process, because the mortgage is not exactly a cheap thing to acquire,
That is
but
true.
there are different banks that you can work with that will work with you.
So basically what I'm gathering from you is that it's not that you are not welcoming everyone, but once the person is willing to work along with the advice, because you will be providing them with advice, you
Yes.
will be providing them with step-by-step
Yes.
directions along the way.
Yes.
So you just need to just work along with her. You basically say from work along with her, I'm going to get that.
I'm going to get you the house. There's no two ways about it. I'm going to get you the house.
That's true. You have any idea how much homes you have sold by now?
Oh my gosh, I don't
Jesus.
know. I have been in the business, what, 11 years now, maybe? 11?
11?
Yeah, 11 years. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then I resell some of them. So those persons have sold and bought into another, gone into another phase of their lives and
I'm going
stuff.
to ask the producer, Pastor, send him my bank account information.
Of course, you can always send it come. I do believe in souvenirs. So,
But okay, back to souvenir. So back to it. All right.
yes.
So, what are some of the mistakes that you see a lot of people make when preparing to buy?
They allow fear to determine their limitations and not their reality.
Expound.
All right. I have clients who go to the bank and they will tell the bank, I don't want to spend more than 20 million. Listen.
Where you going to live?
Listen.
No, don't, I'm sorry.
It's
I
not just
no,
where
you
you
can't say
wanna
that. I can't.
live.
No, I apologize. I can't say that. I can't say that.
It's not just where.
Yeah.
It's you having the nerve to go into the bank and put a limitation on them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Any amount of money the bank wants to lend you, take it. I want you, hold on there, make sure you're looking at me clearly. Any amount of money that the bank offers you, take it. Because what the bank is doing with your money is making a lot of money. Why should you not use their money and increase your investments, increase your ROI? Like, listen, that wasn't even a cute face, but I just had to kind of make the face, because the truth of the matter is that you're going to go in. Well, I told the bank I don't want to spend more than 30, so I may have to go resubmit some documents and see if they'll lend me more.
So, you already killed your opportunity.
Right there. When I send you my documents, I'm going to say, any amount of money, just put it on the paper. You can't spend less.
Yeah.
You reserve the right to spend less.
Right.
You reserve the right to spend the same amount of money on 2 houses.
Right.
Long as they're willing to lend you the money, take it. What do you mean?
Right, because don't limit yourself until you're ready to make the final decision.
No, Nadine, I didn't want to borrow too much. So I told him only to give me a pre-qual letter for 30.
Yeah.
Miss Alan, no, I can't stop rolling my eyes. I'm sorry, it's not politically correct. Just edit it out for my
But you have to
producer.
understand that is how we were groomed to think about money, right? We were groomed to think that we don't buy anything that is expensive, we don't spend too much, right? We don't take out loans, right? We just don't take out loan because you don't want to owe anybody. So we were never really taught like financial literacy to say that you can actually, there's good loans versus bad loans. There's a way to go. We've never been taught
I
that.
love the way you said that.
So
Good loans versus bad loans.
So I'll give you an example of a bad loan. A brethren of mine came to me one time and he said to me, I said, Dre, this was a few years back, right? And when I said the figure, I'm like, yeah, it's a few years back. So well, I didn't know what was the purpose of the loan. So he come to me and said, yo, Dre, give me some money. And I'm like, sure. So I'm like, how much money I think about?
Right.
And he said, yo, like 7-8 grand.
Right.
And I said, all right, cool. Right. And them time that him I go school, me I go school to him.
Right.
I'm always, I don't mind look at things, so I always have a look at people. So I said, yo, by the way, where you want the money for?
I'll prepare myself.
Him I go on party weekend and him not have no shoes. And plus, him want to have something in his pocket too, so he can buy some drinks. So I say, you sure you want to borrow money for that? I suppose, they must say, yeah, man, I have to look good, you know what I mean? I can't just touch another party, I'm gonna look good.
Right.
Example of a bad loan. That's what I think.
That's a nightmare.
That's an example of a bad loan.
Terrible, terrible idea.
Example of a good loan is to, if you can get some money from the bank to work on a development or, add on to the house.
Let's start small. These equipments are going to make money.
Definitely.
You know that your money not reach house money yet. No shame in it. Even babies had to learn to walk before them crawl. There's no shame in it.
So no baby has never.
I've never seen a baby get up and run. Yeah,
The same boat.
Okay, well, yeah, it's an exception to every rule.
I don't know him as a baby, but I'm sure
God,
if I ask his parents, I would.
You have to crawl. You have to creep before. Have to crawl before you can run.
Yeah.
And it's just facts of life. Let's say, for example, you're not in a position, none at all, because you're not earning your big money to buy a house right now. You're not going to qualify for much. And what you're going to qualify for, you can't buy a house. Find a way to flip the money. The money that you have right now. Instead of borrowing $8,000 to go to a party or 50,000, okay, you want to go 80, you want to go Frenchman and all of those things.
Buy two bag juice and sell it.
All right, get a look stall outside a Frenchman. Can you see that traffic line to go in there?
Yeah.
By the time I finish refresh, you look a bit of body splash, darling.
And the mother need bag juice.
People who are going to Frenchman, darling, don't drink bag juice. But
But the thing is, I've also seen where a person is in the market to buy a house, but they're also in the market to buy a car.
Right.
Tell me about that.
All right. Again, it's personal.
Give me your take first, and then I give you my take.
It's personal because what are you going to use that car to do?
You just want a mad car. You know what I mean? I remember growing up in one of the things, and especially as a man, is to have a nice car.
So is another case of you see me roll?
Yeah, but our feel said if we have the car, you know what follows?
Bills, gas payment, maintenance, garage man become richer, no? Oh, so what follow? Oh.
None of them think the way you say it.
Obviously. I was a little slow on that catch.
Why you had to? You continue.
I'm sorry. Why
no, continue.
Fingers you chew on me, just drop it.
You drop a big catch. Because we were taught that you get a nice car, the ladies will follow.
Yeah. It took me a minute. Because I think money more. Because that's another bill you just pick up when you go pick up a woman.
I never think of that. It's after I own the car for like 2 months that I realized I did not think of these things. 2 months later, the car can't move, but there never no stoplight and the car shut off and I start. I'm like, no gas?
No, my first time I bought a car, I bought a car very late in life, And
I was there.
Yes, you were. Yeah. And one of the things that the only reason why I finally decided to buy the car was because the car was going to pay for itself. Because if it was not going to pay for itself, I didn't see the point. Because you buy a car, you drive out to your house, you go to work, you drive from work, you go home. This is something that don't get me wrong, I understand the comfort. And believe me, the memories of what happened on JUTC before they got the AC bus, listen, I didn't even know I could sweat in certain places. I understand. But the reality at the end of the day is this: put that car to work. Real estate can work, your car can work. Persons go renting, there are different things. There are different ways to use that car to make money that it can pay for itself. The same thing with real estate. Okay. If I'm placed in a position to buy a car or choose an apartment, I'm not going to say to you your individual needs don't matter, but sit down and practically work it out.
Right.
What is the car going to do for you right now?
That is my thing about it. Because what I'm thinking is that you take out a car is maybe... Most loan companies now, 8 to 10 years.
Them quicker for lending your money for a car than a house.
And that's another issue. So now you take out, you have this nice car. I'm not going to call any names, right? But you have this nice brand car. $8 million, $9 million after rip. How much is the repayment? About $115,000 a month. Right? Your salary is $210,000 a month. So 115 gone. But you're also in the market for a house.
Right.
So now when the mortgage come up, the mortgage companies...
You can't qualify with that. You can't qualify with that.
Because now they are going to look at you and say, even if the mortgage is less than the amount...
You still, because your mortgage have to be similar
They
to your
have
rent.
the
I think
what
it's
call
like
it, the
1/3.
ratio.
You have the ratio, yeah.
Some
I think it's
ratio.
around 1/3.
Right.
So if you're spending half of that income basically on a car, what else are you gonna have? I just don't get it.
So that's what I'm on. That's what I'm saying. Is there a case then that we should maybe think less of a car if we're in the buying process, or we'll get the opportunity to own the brand new car or own the brand new car, or we'll put that to the future.
Come back down to your dreams. What kind of portfolio are you trying to create? What is your end goal? For me, my end goal is to stop working at a certain age and just collect rent.
That's crazy.
Listen, how many times are we gonna be alive?
What? How many?
Yeah, because I don't know. Do we
One.
We have one trip around the sun.
Yeah.
One dege trip around the sun.
Yeah.
I want to spend some of that in the sun. I literally want to spend. I don't want to spend it chasing and up and down, and it's a lot. Sometimes you just want to just be. You just want to be, and the only way to be relaxing on the beach somewhere, drinking some sorrel beer, drinking Smirnoff Ice, or for those who don't drink alcohol, hallelujah, look at grape juice. I mean, you just want to just know when you wake up, you have the choice whether or not you can stay in bed, or do you have to continuously go on the go. You have your 20s. Use that to build your real estate portfolio. Start with a little lean-to, run a boat, invite your friends them to come by, put them to work. Because are they your friends if they're not willing to mix some cement? Like, are they even your friends? How can we call them a friend?
So the qualifying factor to determine a friend in 2026 and moving forward is?
The ability to mix cement.
No, it's not even the ability. Would you mix cement with me and for me?
Yes.
That's the question. We can talk about this all day. I know you don't have all day, so I'm not going to keep it here all day. But I want to just based on all the information that you threw at us today, right? So that we can catch it. Just give us a roundup. Renting versus buying as how you see it.
It's a personal choice. But it's a personal choice that should be made less with emotions and more with a practical approach to your future. Because if you're going to rent, there's nothing wrong with it. There is no shame in renting. Renting can be one of your greatest secret weapons that launches you into owning your own property. So again, if you figure out that you want to own a couple houses and not just one, renting is your best friend for right now. Because you can rent at a cheaper rate. Go ahead, buy that unit, rent it out, have it pay for itself, or have it pay for even 80% of itself. The maths will work out when the time is right. So for me, there's no shame in renting, and there is such a joy in buying. But you can make real estate your slave, and you should.
All the buyers get is there's no shame in buying?
Listen, if you can buy. And if you can buy twice, buy it.
Okay.
And when you go into the bank, for the love of God, please stop telling them how much money to lend you.
And do what?
Tell them, just lend me everything. Give me any amount of money I qualify. Or
Jay-Z video money in the thing. And the girl, how much do you want? This much. What's the stock? This much. All right, cool. Nadeen, before you leave, a little game that we'll have for you.
Hit me.
Right?
Oh gosh.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. My girl can hope.
So it's a game that we call this or that, right? I just throw a couple options at you.
Right.
And you indicate which is your preference.
Hit me.
Right? So first, townhouse or house?
It depends. I would go in a townhouse.
Townhouse? All right, cool. In terms of movies, do you prefer comedies or thrillers?
Oh gosh, it depends on my mood. I would say I love a comedy though, because I don't laugh enough.
You love a comedy? You don't laugh enough?
I don't laugh enough.
Oh, that's crazy.
I want to have smile lines.
That's crazy.
A smile a day keep the plastic surgeon away.
Are you taking?
And I will do a plastic surgery.
First of all, nothing. That's what I'm saying. We are not taking shots at persons who have done.
I would do it.
I don't even know how we reached there. The next question: R&B or hip hop?
Oh, definitely R&B.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes it's so much more fun to do things slowly.
You know what I find is that people who prefer R&B more than hip hop tend to be a little bit more violent.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Jesus. so keeping along that part, Mary J. Blige, right? You only can buy one CD. And you go to the store, you only can buy one CD.
All right.
The options are Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey.
Oh, dear God.
One CD you can walk out of the store. One CD.
What kind of wickedness that's? It's always going to be Mary J. Blige. It's always going to be.
Because she touched her pain, right? But then you're talking about always be my baby.
I see why you're in marketing, darling. Let's stay right there.
Still.
I love you too, Dre.
Jay-Z versus Biggie.
Oh my gosh, definitely Jay-Z. Jay-Z, yes. Jay-Z sing song for the women to shake their stuff too.
Biggie's the one that says one more try. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes you know you grew up on that thing. You were like, what?
I wanted to pop off with one of the Jay-Z songs, but it's not politically correct. Jiggle what? Jiggle who?
By the way, those guys were two best friends, as you know.
Yeah, but they're very talented.
They were
But
two
Jay-Z
best
all the way. Jay-Z makes
I
songs you
know
want to
Jay-Z's
dance
actually older
to.
than Biggie.
Really?
Yeah, he's about 3 years older.
Oh, wow.
They were best of friends though.
You see about making wise choices, what an example to follow.
I know you enjoy comedy. I know you enjoy stand-up.
Right?
I know you come from the old school of stand-up.
Yes.
So
And that is the one that you have to pick your words. I'm old school.
old school of stand-up.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to give you two options of stand-up comedians, and you have to pick the right one. Because one of them is the right one, and one
Only
of them
one.
is.
All right.
It's. I mean, you're not wrong, but it's one is the right one.
Yeah. Cat Williams.
Kevin Hart
Cat Williams.
or Bernie Mac.
Burn it back all the way.
Oh my
Burn it back all the way. Ooh. Ooh.
That's some
Ooh. Kings of comedy. Kings of comedy. Kings of comedy. Oh.
That's
Kings of comedy,
that's
man.
what did it, you know.
Yeah, man. That cemented
I remember,
for me.
you know, he was supposed to be like one of the
One of the
and then
average
he
cats.
took over that
Oh my
thing,
God.
made Steve Harvey and them look like they were nothing.
Bernie Mac had me on the ground. The fact that I can remember when that was held.
Bernie Mac.
Wow. So I say use wisely. Oh my God.
Instead of watching Kings of Comedy. And them time there was like, I didn't even get that. That was like a DVD. You have to know somebody. No, it was like, yeah, it was like, because you have to know somebody to get that.
Yes.
Shout out to the Kings of Comedy. Shout out to the late great Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying? I watched back some of his stuff because he was way ahead of the time.
Way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of the time.
The guy was a visionary.
All right. So, last question before you go, right? This one,
Oh dear God.
right?
Firm up myself.
Keep your wig on for this one. I don't know if it's a wig, but keep your wig on for this one.
Oh dear God.
Right?
Can't tell
So,
about your business, you know.
It's
You just and everybody for
the only thing I can say is it's going to be easy because it's Denzel Washington that's involved in both of them. So, to save your life, right?
Denzel Washington.
To save your life, right? No, he's involved in both of them.
Multiple technique?
No, it's not him.
Oh, my bad.
You're not
I'm
doing
sorry.
anything to Denzel.
Just asking.
Wow.
A girl can hope. Go ahead.
Training Day or Man on Fire?
Man on fire.
What?
Man on fire.
What?
Man on fire.
Oscar winning Training Day?
Yeah, that's
King
great.
Kong,
No. Listen, the heart that he showed in Man on Fire. Did you see the point when he was cutting off the policeman's finger? Where he was extracting the information with... Okay.
A young Dakota Fanning.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was a baby.
Oh, yes.
And she was so
Oh,
good.
she played the role in that one,
And then
man.
he was like, a drunkard and, he was done with that life. And then that, protecting her.
Just knowing that somebody would go through all of that to save you.
And it's her father that do it.
And
her own father that said that.
Wait, I will not even say what I think on camera. Hallelujah.
Well, we know what he should do. Buy the house and dine it. No, we can't say that. That's not correct. We can't say that.
I was the same can buy the house and write a proper will. Ensure that an estate plan is done so his other children can benefit from it. Amen.
With that being said, this has been another episode of the C21 Jamaica podcast. Thank you again for Nadeen Neal for passing through, dropping those gems, right? For offending me several times.
You're welcome.
We just want to say to everyone that is watching, big up to the producer, right? And big up to everyone. And just want to say love and peace. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's good.
I think so. We actually got some of the questions.